This listener says, I just wanted to say thank you for everything. Your advice for the perfect strangers really helps me through my days in the van. Van work's tough, man. Sitting on your own all day.
Yeah, that must throw your mental health out.
Yeah. Mental health is a hard thing to keep light and funny, and you guys do manage to do it so well. It's because we're both fucking mental.
We can relate, that's why.
Yeah, if I didn't laugh, I'd cry, is the saying.
Yeah.
So he says, just a small one for me. I've been ignoring my friends and family and just going through the motions and isolating myself quite often. I'm not sure if I'm depressed or if I'm just like my own time. Do you guys have any experience of this type of thing? I don't know if I'm just overthinking things. I know Jamie always seems to be busy and Dan is going through the dating turmoil. Do you guys find certain things make you down and isolated? Thanks for your advice. And he said he found us through TikTok. TikTok videos doing the job. This is a really good question.
It is a good question, yeah.
Yeah, because I still do it.
Hey?
I still go through I get like overwhelmed by the people at work, and I come home and just shut off.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak to anyone or say anything like that. I think this is the one time when I would say if you can speak to a professional, it's probably the best thing. Like, if I could afford it, I would do it.
100%, yeah.
We'll obviously give you our advice, but it's a hard thing to get out of.
It is, and to me, you sound depressed. And you might not even be. You might not even be. Not you. Not you.
Sorry, you were looking right at me when you said that.
I'm always looking at you.
Like, do I?
That's the problem. That's why my wife's jealous of you, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from what you're describing to me, you're depressed. I've been there. I know people that I'm close with at the minute that I'm trying to help through their depression are very much there as well. So I think the best thing you can do, like, you can get free therapy sessions through the NHS if you're in the UK, clearly, obviously. You only get like 2 or 3 unpaid ones, but it will help. It will help. It'll make you think slightly different. They'll put you on antidepressants, which you think is like the thing that you don't want to do. You think like, oh, I don't want to be drugged up, but it does help. It does help. You're not going to stay on them forever. I think isolating yourself is one of the things that people do quite often when they're depressed. But at the same time, I'm very much a person that I need that alone time. And when me and Charlotte first lived together, she struggled with that. The fact that I need like an afternoon or something where I'm by myself and I can just chill without having to deal with anyone's, like, even her at all, just myself. And she thinks that's me just like shutting off from the world, but that brings me back down to earth. I like decompress, get everything out that I need to think about, and then I can kind of move on. If I don't get that, I start cracking up. That's why lockdown fucked me up so much, because I was constantly around Charlotte because she couldn't go out. And depression's a difficult thing, man. It is a difficult thing. And sometimes you don't need a reason to be depressed. You could just depressed.
No. But I think that being in the van doesn't help either. I get where you're coming from. I think my view on it is a little different because I'm not depressed, but I get really overwhelmed that I shut down and do that thing. Like, I shut everyone out. I don't want to see anyone. I think for me, the best thing is, like, obviously I have the podcast. I find things that like switch my brain off. You know what I mean? So like, I've got you and Jim if I'm feeling really down. I think that's as well, like, you spend all day in the van, you come home, you want to spend all time on your own, and you are overthinking to a certain degree. And the best thing for you, which you're not doing, is friends and family.
Interacting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So even though you come home, I think you're better off pushing it. So I spend like 1 day a week at my mum's on a Friday at the end of the week, because I know that the week's been shit. I come home to myself. So on a Friday I go there, I spend hours there having dinner and stuff like that, and then I see my family at the weekend. I do the podcast and stuff like that. So when I'm not working, I'm interacting with people, which then by Monday I feel okay again until Friday, and then it all fucking starts. But that's because I'm not seeing anyone and they're not giving me professional help. But your friends, like good friends, not, you know, drinking friends, or like friends that actually want to listen or you can moan at, or like me and Jamie, we just talk shit, helps more than you going home and overthinking everything and being on your own.
Yeah, I think it means a massive like deal, especially like to likes of me, to know that I've got like Dan there for me. If something was going on with me and I needed to talk about it, I could say it to Dan, and I know that I don't have to worry about it going any further. It will just stay with Dan. He's not going to be. You've got some people that you think are a friend that are more of an associate. You tell them, and they'll tell the fucking world. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially people you work with. You've got to be careful with people you work with. And I think having someone, you don't want to be entirely on top of them, because obviously you'll drain their life source by fucking moaning to them all day, every day. But you need someone like that in your life. Like, there was long periods of time before the podcast, me and Dan wouldn't speak for like 6-7 months at a time, because obviously he's in Scotland, I'm in England, and we were like super busy, and we'd like meet up every now and then that would reignite the conversations going again. But during that gap, I was finding myself like overthinking a lot of things, where if I just text Dan and said it to him, he would have given his opinion and we would have fucking come to a conclusion. A lot of the time I was being mental about things, do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
The overthinking is mad, and it does happen to everyone. You're not the only person that's overthinking every situation that you've been in your life, because everyone does it.
Yeah. The people always used to say to me like, "Oh, meditate," and stuff like that. And I guess I do a form of that, but like I have the earphones I'm using now are like noise cancelling. And when I get home and I feel just like shit, I like the sound of thunder. Don't know why, just always do. So I'll put these on. They'll cancel out all the other noise, and then I'll just listen to like rain and thunder. And then I'll just do my housework and stuff. And that, to me, like 10-15 minutes of that, once I've taken them off, you know what I mean?
Helps you massively.
I'm back, yeah, right on track. But like I said, if you feel like you're stuck, I would look into trying to speak to someone professional. But before, I mean, it takes a long time. So just push yourself out. It feels like a hole, especially with the overthinking. But you need interaction with people. I love my time on my own as well, but some days I just fucking hate being on my own. Just absolutely fucking hate it.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So, but we're always here. You've emailed us once. You've got our email address. You know what I mean? We're always here if you want to chat, or just an email in and we'll talk to the listeners and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we can always get hold of us.
We will
you know
just
what I mean?
reply to the emails if you need someone to talk to candidly without it going any further. We can reply to you on email.
Yeah, and if Jamie does the Facebook and Instagram, I do the emails and the Twitter, whoever you prefer. We'll get back to one of us either way.
Let's start playing this against each other, Dan.
Yeah. Just to let you know that we do talk a hell of a lot, so you can't do that. But yeah, no. If you just think like you need a quick talk with someone, you know, we're more than happy to be there for any of the listeners.
Definitely.
Until we're like big and famous, and then our assistant Susan we'll do it.
Mate, if we got an assistant through this, that's when I'll know I've made it. That's when I know I fucking made it.
And her name is Susan. That'd be creepy, wouldn't it?
Well, we'll have to find. Well, you've already said it now, so we'll have to find. We'll just like interview any Susans that come our way.
No, you're not allowed to do that. You can't do that.
Can you not?
But no, because that's like discrimination, isn't it? It's like saying, "Oh, I only want to hire people that are like 25."
Yeah, but how can it be discrimination if I'm just only gonna like employ a Susan?
Oh, you only like people that name Susan? That's not right.
Change your name to Susan then, and I'll employ you. That's what I would say.
But let us know how it goes, man. Hopefully, you pull yourself out of it. And if not, we're always here on a Friday or a Monday, whichever day you listen to us.
Yeah,
We're
here.
Unless we've got a guest on, and then the guest is here, and me and Jamie will just sit and shut up.